What's up? It's your girl Killer K, and I'm back with another video.
Pretty than a motherfucker, hoes be looking okay. She think that she fucking with me, is this bitch okay? You say he ain't fucking around, I look at him like okay. I used to be down bad, but now a bitch okay.
Y'all, it's 2025, and we are no longer crashing out behind these clowns. That's what today's video is going to be about, and I hope you take these life lessons and little tips that I have and apply them to your everyday life, because for too long, we've been giving clowns the credit. For too long, we've been giving clowns the clout. And it's time to stop that shit. We are no longer crashing out behind these clowns at all. At this point, we're paying them no mind. We're paying them dust. They might as well be in a ditch somewhere because they're non-existent to our life anymore. Now, as a certified crash out or retired certified crash out, because, and I say retired, but I could always come up out that motherfucker if need be. But at the same time, I'm a retired crash out. And the only way I'm going to continue to not crash out is to control my emotions. The only way you're going to learn to stop crashing out is by learning emotional intelligence, learning how to master your emotions, learning how to control your emotions, learning how to understand that everything don't deserve a reaction. Because let's be honest, you crashing out because you care. That crash out didn't come from nowhere. That crash out didn't just happen randomly. It built up from time over time over time over time. And to the point where now it's boiling over. Your emotions that are all-time high. You don't know how to do anything but react. So instead, we're going to talk about how we're going to respond versus reacting. First things first, you got to give yourself a reality check. You have to really look inside and take some type of self-accountability and have some type of self-awareness. You need to be aware of every situation, every hand that you play, everything that you allow. You have to understand why you're feeling these negative emotions to get down to the root of the crash out. When you can't control your emotions, you can't control your life. When you can't control your emotions, you can't control how you're going to take things into matters of your own hands in a positive way. Yes, we can take our matters into our own hands by egging somebody's house, keying somebody's car, beating up a girl that somebody talking to. We could control that, but at the end of the day, why even worry about the negative? You only have to worry about the positive. Because you might crash out too hard and trick yourself out your spot, out your blessings, and out of your life. So instead of crashing out, pay these folks no mind. And if we're being honest, not being able to control your emotions is a sign of immaturity. And I am very much guilty of this. I'm not going to lie, like I'm just the most mature person in the world. But at the same time, I'm learning how to be better and learning how to move forward with grace and class and dignity. But at the same time, I was doing a lot of things, and I have done a lot of things just simply off the strength of I wanted to be childish. I wanted to be petty. I wanted to match energies. I wanted to give this person the same thing that they were giving me. But at the end of the day, that serves me no purpose. It really doesn't even help me in the long run. And a lot of times we crash out because we're triggered. And these triggers are a result of being traumatized. You trigger because you're traumatized, sis. That's really what it is. You're triggered and you're bothered because you have dealt with some type of trauma with whoever you're experiencing, dealing with, have dealt with. You felt trauma from them, so therefore you've been taught to handle situations in a certain way. You've picked up traits and you've been traumatized and you carried that over into your adult life, and now you're handling situations in a way that's not conducive to nothing you're trying to do in life. It's not helpful to you. It's nothing but negative. It's nothing but toxicity. But you've been trained to be that way because of past traumas, past things that you learned or picked up from people, places, and things that you shouldn't have. And it's just like it's bubbling over into your adult relationships. A lot of us haven't dealt with our negative emotions. We haven't dealt with our feelings. We haven't gotten over past traumas. We haven't gotten over the hurt of things that have happened to us in the past. So therefore, we still hold on to that pain and that resentment. And we learn to just suppress it all down until it's too late, until you reach the point of no return, until you reach the point to where you can't control your emotions. It's just like you can't even stop it if you wanted to. Like you can see in the middle of my crash out, I'm having an out of body experience. I can see myself crashing out, but I can't stop myself from crashing out. And that all boils down to not being able to control your emotions and not being able to understand that you didn't deal with your emotions properly in the first place. And now it's all boiling over. The shit is hitting the fan. And another situation could be where you have let a lot of stuff slide. Now, it's been plenty of situations where I had to weigh the options like, should I crash out? Should I feel a certain type of way? Should I seek revenge? And a lot of times I chose nothing. I chose to take the high road. I chose to say, you know what? The best revenge is no revenge. The best revenge is no revenge. Nobody's going to get a reaction out of me. I'm going to be so unbothered. But deep down, none of that really helped me because at the end of the day, I was still living on the inside. I still wanted my lit back. I wanted to do everything that that was done to me back to the person who was doing it, or people who did it to me. I wanted my lick back. So at the end of the day, I wasn't able to let go of that rage and that anger because I felt like I had let things slide so much in the past to the point where I felt like motherfuckers thought it was a skating ring around here. So it just was no point in me, at the time, I felt like it was no point in me biting my tongue. So instead of me addressing the situation and nipping the situation in the bud right there in the moment, I chose to let stuff linger and fester until I could not control it anymore. I can give you a long list of crash out episodes that I've had. I fight, I've punched people in the face, whether it be men or women. I've chased people with my car. I've literally manipulated situations. I've done it all. Like, I've did everything that you could possibly do when it comes to being a crash out, and I didn't give a fuck. I knew what I was doing each time. I knew I was choosing vengeance. I knew I was choosing violence. I didn't care. But at this point in my life, I no longer even have to do that. I've egged people's car. I've keyed people's car. I've bust windows. I've done it all. And at the end of the day, it really did not get me no further in life. It didn't get me ahead. And it made me feel better in the moment. But at the end of the day, I still was overthinking that situation well after it was over. I'm talking about months and years. Like, I still play out all of these scenarios in my head sometimes. So that just all goes to say, you can't let your emotions control your mind. Because I've been to jail. I've done all of that. Like, I was on 2 days, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I went to jail as a result of crashing out. Instead of me just using my logical sense and using, like, taking a step back and literally just processing why I was feeling the way I was feeling, I chose to let all hell break loose every time. It was not nothing you could do to stop me from crashing out. Going forward in this new day and age, I don't even gotta do all that at all. I'm gonna let God handle you. Cause in the moment you be feeling like I didn't stand up for myself enough because people still feel like they could play with me. When I let stuff slide, or when I held my tongue, or when I didn't crash out, I felt like I wasn't standing up for myself. There's a way to stand up for yourself, get your point across without crashing out. But see, in my way of thinking, I didn't even care about trying to get my point across without crashing out. I wanted you to know that it could get like that, just so you could stop playing with me. But even once they found out that it could still get like that, people will still try to play with you. People want a reaction out of you. They do things purposely to get a reaction out of you. They want your attention. They want your time. They want you to be bothered by the bullshit that they're doing. So when you crash out, they can flip it and make it seem like you're the bad guy. When you turn into the big bad wolf that they act like they don't know like you could get, they want everybody to believe that you're the problem. When in all actuality, you've been literally chilling, minding your own business, and the 3 little pigs been coming and bothering you. The 3 little pigs came and bothered you. You didn't bother the 3 little pigs. They came and bothered you. That's just what it is. So when you get the wolf and I'll come around here beast mode on everybody, it's, oh no, what's going on? She's a horrible person. She's a villain. No, people make you that way, but at the end of the day, you have to control how you handle situations. You have to control the response and reaction that you give people. Because like I said before, the best revenge truly is no revenge, no response, no reaction, no contact, no nothing. But sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I'm not all there. I'm not all the way healed yet. I'm not all the way, together yet. So I will have my moments of crashing out because I simply don't care. At that point, when I'm at the point of a crash out, that means I don't care about anything and anybody. And I don't even care about myself in the moment. So me knowing this, I have to stay away from everything that could potentially put me in a crash out situation. That's why you have to stay away from the clowns. You have to stay away from the clowns. Otherwise, you're going to crash out. That's just what it is. And also, I'm a very competitive person. I'm a Virgo. So in the moment, my mind frame be like, oh, you're not about to beat me. You're not about to win. I'm about to win. But your desire to win is what's causing your peace. Your desire to want to be right is what's causing you the actual solitude of just actually not even giving in to the bullshit. Your desire to win and to be right is only going to make you more anxious, more mad, more bitter, more angry, more resentful. Let it go. Please let it go. And I'm just going to keep it 100. Like, I like the chaos. I like the drama. I like it all. I like all of the mayhem and melee and the malarkey. I love it all because at the end of the day, I don't mind being a villain. Like, I exist in a world of freaking chaos anyway, and I thrive off of it. But going forward, it's just like, let's try something different. Let's just not engage. Let's not participate in the bullshit, even though you might be valid in wanting to participate. Let's just literally let go. Let's just literally sit back. Let's just literally step aside. Let's just literally stop focusing on people and things that don't serve you no way. Because living in a world of chaos for too long, you're just going to come off as bitter. You're just going to come off as hateful. You're going to come off as messy. You're going to come off as all these things. And you very well may be it. I know I am. I don't have no shame about it. But if you're trying to be better, you have to do better. And that's what I'm telling myself and y'all. People will turn on you. People will be disloyal to you. People will switch up on you. People will do things to get your attention in a negative way. People will do weird shit. Like that's just what it is. The person you have love for, the person you've cared about, the person you've been with for the longest will turn weird on you. It's not your responsibility to try to shake that shit up. It's not your responsibility to try to fix the weirdness that somebody else is doing to you. You literally have to remove yourself. If a person want to be weird, let them. If a person want to be lame, let them. If a person want to be corny, let them. Whether you know it or not, people take calculated steps to wrong you. People take calculated steps to be weird. People take calculated steps to be lame. So they're very much aware of all of the flawed things that they are doing to you, but they're actively doing it because they know that that can get a reaction out of you. People, think about it. People are purposefully doing things to get under your skin because they know that it will. Why is it getting on your skin? If you know that somebody is doing something just to get your attention, just to make you mad, just to make you upset, why would you ever even give them the satisfaction of even responding or reacting to it? Why? When you know that they want your energy, you know that they want some type of form of, oh, she acknowledged what the fuckery that I'm doing to her. Why are you even giving them that? Because that's all they want anyway. And once you cut them out of your mind, they're instantly dead. They're no longer alive. Like, they have no meaning in your life. So at the end of the day, if you just keep on continuing to believe that they don't exist, they won't exist. So if people want to be weird, people want to leave, people want to just do you dirty, let them. Let them and let God handle it. Because at the end of the day, once you give it to him, all of your problems go away. All of your blessings get bigger. He's preparing you to get something so much more greater in return. He's removing all of the dead weight, all of the losers, all of the bums, all of the weirdos, all of the lame-os, all of the cornballs. He removed them out of your life for a reason. Because he's about to make a way for you. He's about to make a way for your finances. He's about to bless you with a big black man with a horse. He's about to bless you with happiness and abundance. You don't have to ever worry about dealing with shrimp baskets anymore. You don't have to ever worry about dealing with your haters who want to be you anymore. You don't ever have to worry about any of that once you let go and let God. I'm telling you, he's going to send you that big black man with a horse. I'm telling you. I've received it. And I think the true key to not crashing out anymore is to understand that there's always something better. If you're going through a breakup or you still dealing with toxic situations, you have to understand there's always going to be a man with a bigger D. There's always going to be a man with a better house. There's always going to be a man with a better bank account, better mentally, spiritually, and financially, better physically, better just for you overall. And God will bless you with that. So while you're worried about that clown that you're crashing out on, you need to be worried about receiving the love and the blessings and the abundance that you're supposed to have with this man that's coming or with this female that's coming. You don't have to worry about what you left behind. Let go of what you left behind, because God is opening the door for you to have something way better than what you ever thought you could ever even imagine. You know what I mean? Like, look at it from that perspective. And I'm gonna just say this, even if something is making you mad, even if something is getting you upset, even if something makes you want to like literally get active and crash out, just stay calm in a moment. Don't even respond. Don't move off of impulse. Don't move off of quick thinking. Sit back and really process every situation before you crash out. Is this really even worth it? Is that person even worth it? Is that bitch even worth it? Like, ask yourself, like, in the next 5 days after all of your crash out is done, what would you have gained? What would you acquire after that crash out? Because 9 out of 10, you losing more than you gaining when you crash out. You're not going to gain their respect. They're still going to disrespect you. They're not going to respect you just because you beat them up. That's going to make them respect you less. Like, they're not going to respect you once you get your lick back. They're not going to respect you. So it's just like you're fighting for the respect and you're crashing out about the respect that you will never get from these people anyway. So it's just like, why even give them the satisfaction of giving them a reaction? I don't know. Like, make it make sense. Because when you operate in your ego, that's what's going to make you rush and react. But when you operating from a place of grace and calmness, that's going to make you respond. And the response could be not even responding at all. The response could be you telling yourself like, oh, I see what they're doing. I see what's going on. And laugh. My best revenge is just gonna have to be laughter, because I'm laughing at the clowns, because that's all you can do with them. Instead of crashing out on a clown, laugh at a clown, because that's what they're here for. They're here to entertain you. They're here to do things and set up situations. They're trying to get your attention, so just enjoy the show. So before this is all said and done, I'm just gonna give y'all a few more quick tips on how you can literally calm yourself and not crash out, how you can control your emotions, how you can detach from the bullshit. Meditation and praying will always be my first go-to when it comes to centering myself, when it comes to not being bothered, when it comes to literally focusing on what I want to focus on. I will literally go in deep and I will meditate and I will pray. So I will say that's step number one. My absolute favorite is yoga. Yoga is my favorite thing to do. It doesn't matter what's going on, how good I'm feeling, how bad I'm feeling. If I put my mat down or a towel down and stretch, whether it be inside or outside, I feel so much better afterwards. None of my problems exist once I release all of that tension into the air. None of my worries are still there once I literally get in tune with myself. When I stretch my body out, when I put myself in a position of releasing, I feel so much better afterwards. So stretch it on out and let these folks go. I love doing hot girl walks. I love walking 5 miles or better, hiking, going outside with nature, literally getting in tune with what's really important. Like getting in tune with what really matters, grounding yourself, getting in tune with the earth and everything that it has to offer. That's gonna always be your best option as well. And also, remember the power that you possess. Whenever I'm in a moment of peeping some weird shit or wanting to crash out, I have to sit back and think like, I am that bitch. I am her. Like, if I wasn't her, people wouldn't be playing with me like this. People wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing to get a rise out of me. People wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing to get a reaction out of me. People wouldn't even be paying me no mind. Little on me. Little on me. Like, I am that girl. I am that bitch. I am that woman. I am her. So at the end of the day, when I keep remembering that, I get up, I get dressed, I do my hair, I put my clothes on, I put that shit on. I go outside, I take my pictures, and I go get some money. Like, that's all I can do. So when I remember that, nothing else can really faze me. Nothing else can really bother me. Anybody that's ever played me ended up playing themselves harder. So I'm not even ever worried. Yeah. And it's also fuck them folks. If people going out of their way to play with you, if people going out of their way to disrespect you, if people going out of their way to bother you, get a reaction out of you, it's literally fuck them. Like, you cannot be worried about people who are literally just miserable in life. You can't be worried about people who are really unhappy with themselves, so they got to do everything under the sun to take their mind off of the real issues. They got to be in the club every fucking week. What you celebrating? Like, be for real. Think about it. What are you celebrating? In the club every week, that means you're missing something from your life. You can't go home and save your life, because at the end of the day, your home is just cold and lonely and sad and miserable. People literally, when people go out every week, I have to side eye them. When people constantly be in a strip club and they're not getting paid to be there, I side eye them. When people are constantly just outside knowing damn well that they're hateful, miserable, and literally have nothing going on in life, I side eye them. But those are the type of people who want to try you. Those are the type of people who want to comfort you. They want you to join in their misery. Don't ever. Fuck these folks. And my last tip would be to literally just go with the flow. And when I say go with the flow, that means you just exist. You just float. You do what makes you happy. You focus on what's going to push you forward in life. When you see some negative, flaw-ass shit on the other side, you don't even worry about it. You float away from it. You float on. You don't even... Your cloud that you're on, don't let it touch the negativity. You float away. Take your cloud the other way, okay? Float the hell on. You're going to be so much more better off for it. You're going to be so much more peaceful for it. You're going to be so much more happy for it. Because you cannot control what you can't control. It is what it is. That's just what it is. If people want to be lame, it is what it is. If people want to be disloyal, it is what it is. You just make sure that you keep on floating whichever way the wind takes you. Don't worry about that shit show over there. You get as far away from it as possible. You float on. Accept things for what they are. You clearly see what it is. You clearly have assessed and processed what it is. Now that you know what it is, float the hell on. And if y'all like this video, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be back with another video, okay? Yeah.